Let's try that again. Okay, sorry about that. I needed to get a hair tie. So here we go. All right, so today's March 30th. I hope everybody had a fabulous weekend, did something exciting, like got outside for a couple walks or something. The weather was pretty good. It stayed with us, so that's nice. Yeah, so we'll see how this week goes. It looks like it's going to be a nicer week, so maybe I'll go out back, not out front, because I know my front yard seems to be busy. My neighbor's putting in a pool, so they've been kind of busy, and so that's good. Anyways, let's get started today. So today we're going to start sitting, and get yourself in a comfortable spot. And we're going to start coming into our Ujjayi breath. So maybe put your hands on your knees, bring the shoulders up to the ears, and then roll them down. Go ahead and tuck in that belly. And remember, like I said last week, you want to grab a pillow or a blanket and roll it up, or even sit on a block. If this position right here isn't the most comfortable for you, maybe you just need to lift your hips a little bit more. And so by sliding that block or that blanket underneath your hips, it kind of lifts your body up a little bit more and allows you to kind of stay upright a little bit more comfortably. So if you want to grab that, go ahead and do so. Let's bring those shoulders up to the ears, and we'll drop them down. We'll close our eyes right here. Maybe hands on your knees if you want. And I want you to come into that Ujjayi breath. So nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale to the bottom of the belly. Good. Inhale through the nose. And exhale all the way down to the bottom of the belly, making that sound as you exhale. Good. Inhale. And exhale. As you continue to breathe and your eyes are closed, I want you to try to release any thoughts that you have going through your mind. I want you to try to just focus on how you feel right now, how your body feels in this moment, how your breath feels, and how the space around you feels. And as we go through our practice, really just try to focus on this breath. And allow me to lead you through, always being mindful of what it is that your body wants you to do today. Remember, this is your practice, and you get to, I'm your guide, and you decide on what it is that you want to do with it. All right, let's go ahead and open your eyes. We're going to take those hands to the side and inhale the hands up. And exhale, release them to the sides. Good. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Let's take one more today. Inhale, lift those hands up. And exhale down. And one more time, we're going to inhale, lift. This time, we're going to grab that right wrist with our left hand and bring that right wrist over to the left. So feel nice stretch on the right side of the body. Good, let's inhale, come up, grabbing the opposite wrist, and exhale to the right. So we're going to feel the stretch now on the left side of our bodies. Good, inhale to center, and then I want you to take the left arm down to the floor, taking the right hand over. So when we reach over, you can reach over as far as you want. So we're not reaching forward, we're reaching over. You're going to feel that stretch on the right side of your body once again, but I want you to keep both hips down on the mat. So don't allow the hips to come up. Good. Inhale, come up to center, and then exhale to the opposite side. Once again, keeping your hips down on the mat. You can stretch over as much as you want, but just make sure that your hips stay down. Good. Inhale, come up. Taking the right hand, reaching over to the left ear. Bringing the head over to the side. So your ear is going to come towards your shoulder. Your left fingertips are reaching out. They can reach the ground if you want. You're feeling the length now on the left side of the neck. Good. Rotate your gaze towards your armpit. Hand comes to the back of the head. We're just going to gently move it forward. All right, inhale to center, and then exhale to the opposite side. We're going to take that left hand over to the right ear, bring it off to the side. Remember, your right fingertips can touch the ground if you want. And then go ahead and rotate that gaze towards the armpit. Hand comes to the back of the head, moving the head a little bit more forward as you feel the stretch coming down the back side of your neck. Good. Inhale, lift the head up, release the hands, and then we're just going to bring that chin to our chest. So drop the chin to your chest. Feel the stretch on the back of the neck. So you're just going to breathe here for a couple breaths. All right, we're going to take that same chin, so the chin to chest, and then we're going to move the chin, slide it along the collarbone over to the left. The chin comes along the tailbone or the collarbone until you cannot rotate your neck any further. So look over your left shoulder. Up and around. We're going to look up and around over to the right shoulder. And then slide that chin along the collarbone. So let's do that again. Inhale, come up. Look over that left shoulder and up and around. Over to the right shoulder and down. So one more time at your own pace. Try not to round that back as you start moving down the neck. You want to keep this spine nice and tall still. Okay, when you come back to the chin to the chest, then I want you to take it over to the right side. So rotate, chin drags along that collarbone. Over to the right, up and around. Look over to the left shoulder and then down. Good. Inhale, come up, over to the right, up and around to the left shoulder and down. Good. One more time at your own pace. And when you're into center, go ahead and lift your head up. Okay, inhale those hands up. We're going to exhale, release those hands. Again, inhale, lift. And exhale, release the hands. Okay, taking your left hand over to the right knee. I want you to look behind you. Nice little twist here. Right hand is right behind your hip here. Keeping the crown of the head nice and tall. Allows you to breathe a little bit more steadily here. Also extending the spine. Inhale to the center and then exhale to the opposite side. A little spinal twist right here. All right, move yourself to center. Go ahead and take your ankles off each other. So let's put that left foot in front of the right. So remember, you can be as far out as you need to be. Whatever it looks like for you, just go ahead and make sure those ankles are both touching the mat. We're going to inhale the hands up. And exhale as you reach forward. So remember, you could just be right here. If this is enough, if you're feeling it in that left hip, just hang out here. If you want a little bit more, or you need a little bit more, go ahead and walk those hands out. Slide them out until you feel that left hip, feeling that stretch. Remember, our exhale here can push through and send it to that left hip. Relaxes that muscle. Sometimes it allows you to stretch further. Let's take 2 more breaths. 2. And 1. Go ahead and inhale yourself up. Walk those hands up. Switching which foot's in front. So I'm going to take my right foot in front now. So you should have your right foot in front. We're going to inhale the hands up and exhale to reach forward. Again, you go as far as your body wants you to, right? Use that inhale to breathe nice and deep, and then the exhale to push that air towards that right hip. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Inhale. And 2. And 1. Go ahead and walk your hands up. All right. Let's roll ourselves up to our knees. And we're going to start here with just an extended child's pose. So remember, a couple options. You can keep the knees together and bring the hands out to the side. This is not the extended child pose. This is just a pose, not extended. If I want to take my hands straight out, we're going to extend that spine here. Hands come straight out. You can keep the knees together or open it up. I always love opening it up. Allows me to push those hips a little bit further down. Feels a lot better on my hips. All right, let's inhale and come up. And we're going to come into our cat-cow. So remember, hips are right above those knees. So you don't want those knees further back than those hips, and shoulders are right above those wrists. So we're going to inhale here as we look up. And then we're going to slowly, so we're going to walk it together. We're going to bring the chin to the chest. We're going to push the chest away from us. We're going to push the back away from us and tuck the tailbone under. Good. As we inhale, we're going to push the tailbone away from us, let the belly drop, chest drop, and look up. Exhale, chin, chest push back, roll that back away and tuck the tailbone. Good. Inhale, look up. So we're going to try to make this little snake movement nice and slow. One piece of the body at a time. And then inhale back up. And exhale, chin to chest. Being very mindful of each movement that we're making right now. Inhale up. And exhale, chin to chest. And then come into a neutral spine. All right. Good job. Go ahead and rock those hips from side to side. All right. So let's take that left foot back. So extend that left foot straight back. Remember, keeping those hips nice and square with the mat. If your right hip is pushing over too much to the right, I want you to tuck that tailbone. Tuck the belly to back. Okay, that'll help square up the hips. It'll help engage the core, and then you can reach forward with that right hand. So extend through the fingertips, extend through the heel, breathe here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and then exhale that hand down and foot down. Okay, extend out that right foot, keeping your hips nice and square, belly to back, reaching out that left hand. Reach that left fingertip all the way out so you can reach through it, reach through the heel, and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then go ahead and bring that hand and knee down. Good, rock yourself forward and back. So remember, as we're doing this, we're coming up in front of those wrists, so being very mindful of the wrist. We do not want to hurt ourselves here, but we do want to give them a little bit of a stretch, okay? But that's dependent on you, so listen to your body. All right, coming back to that tabletop, I just want you to take that left hand and I want you to flip that wrist down. So the palm of your hand is facing up. Just a little pressure on that wrist. If that doesn't feel good to you, then just take it away. Don't do it. Okay. And then flip that wrist back and take the right wrist. Palm faces up, pushing into your mat. Again, paying attention to how that feels. All right, go ahead and flatten that hand down. Go ahead and tuck the toes. We're going to lift the hips into your first downward facing dog. So remember, go ahead and pedal those legs out. Release that tension on the back of the hamstrings. Maybe you haven't done anything on a weekend, or maybe you've done a lot of walking, but either way, those hamstrings, you may not love this movement yet. I also like to bend my knees a lot and then push my hips up, extending that spine as I do it. Bend the knees, push the hands away from you, extend that spine, and push up. All right, look at those hands, and I want you to step your feet forward. Go ahead and release the hands. Bend the knees, little bend in those knees, so they, unless it just feels good to keep them straight right now. Never lock out the knees, but a little bend is good right here. Releasing the crown of the head, maybe shake the head yes, and then shake it no, and try to release that weight. Good, nice and slow. I want you to lift all the way up, maybe one vertebrae at a time. Ragdoll it all the way to the top. Chest up, shoulders back, head up. Good. All right, let's inhale the hands up. And exhale, release those hands to the side. Again, inhale. And exhale, release them to the side. Inhale, lift those hands. And exhale, release them to the sides. Now, inhale, lift the hands all the way up. We're going to exhale as we swan dive down, bending those knees if you want to. And then inhale, come all the way up, bending those knees if you want to. Now, open up into that cactus. Look up. Keep that belly nice and tight so your bottom doesn't stick out. Look up, chest up, and inhale those hands up. And exhale, fold all the way down. Good. Inhale, lift all the way up. And open up into that cactus. Inhale back up. And exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, lift. And open up. Look up. Good. Inhale, lift those hands up. And exhale, bring those hands down to the sides. All right. Let's take those feet about hip distance apart. Okay, we're going to take the hands to our hips right here. Inhale, reach the crown of the head up. Exhale, go ahead and fold from those hips as much as you can. Okay, you can bend the knees here. I'd rather, remember, I've said this before, I'd rather see your belly to your hips and a straight head, like your crown of the head reaching down, than a straight leg with a rounded back, okay? We want to really allow that spine to extend here. You want to take those peace fingers and wrap them around the big toes. You can do so here, reaching the crown of the head down. All right, we're going to inhale, lifting halfway. I want you to place that left hand in between those feet, or in front of it a little bit. Okay, so maybe the palm matches the toes. And then we're going to take that right hand and reach up. So a little twist right here. All right, let's take this right hand down. We're going to switch it with the left hand and then take your twist. All right, go ahead and release both hands. We're going to inhale, lifting only halfway right here. We're going to exhale. And then inhale, lift all the way up. The midline exhale, I like it right there. And those, you do not come up lightheaded, all right? Let's step back with that left foot. So left foot is in a 45-degree angle, okay? So that means it's kind of pointing a little bit towards the front direction, okay? So the right foot is bent. Remember, on that left foot, we want to try to feel the outside corner of that foot into the mat. The right knee needs to point to the pinky toe. Hips are forward, and we're going to inhale those hands up. Good. Breathing here. Shoulders down, away from the ears. Belly is tucked for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and just step to the front of your mat. Okay, we're going to take the right foot back. Again, right foot 45-degree angle. Feel the outside of that foot. Left knee, we're going to bend into it. Knee is pointing towards the pinky toe. Hips are forward. They're pushing towards the front of your mat. As we inhale, the hands up. Remember, shoulders down away from the ears. Keep the belly tucked for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Inhale, come up. Step to the front of your mat and release. Okay, we're going to take that left foot back. Coming into our triangle. So you're about 45 degrees, maybe a little bit less. I like to point my toes out just a little bit more towards the side of the mat. However, the front leg is straight. Okay, we want to open up these hips a little bit more. You still want to feel the outside of that left foot. Open up those hands. Dropping that right hand down, we're going to lift the left hand, fingertips to the ceiling. And then I want to slide down my right hand. So as far as I can without compromising the stacking of the shoulders. So you want to try to keep those shoulders stacked above each other. Good. So when I'm here, my left hip is opened up, like it's pulling back, like somebody's trying to pull back that left hip, and the right hip's trying to push forward. Okay? That flattens the back more. We're on a wall. We'd hope to feel the shoulder blades on both sides, the hips on both sides. All right, let's inhale, lift up. And we're just going to step to the front of the mat. So taking that right foot back now. Remember, about 45 degree, a little bit less if you want it. We're going to open up this right hip. Hands come reaching out to the sides. We're going to drop that left hand down. Right hand comes up now, and then slide that hand down as far as you're comfortable. So again, on this side, my right hip is pulling back. My left hip is pushing forward. Okay. Good. You can take your toe, your peace fingers all the way to the big toes. Go ahead and do so. Just remember, don't lean forward. Good. Inhale, come up. And exhale, step to the front of your mat. All right, we're going to step back once again with that left foot. Bending in to that right knee. Still feeling the outside of that left foot. This time I want you to take that right forearm, place it down on top of the knee. You can always take it to the outside if you wish. It's up to you. You have that flexibility, but don't allow the shoulders, the chest to come forward. You still want to stay nice and stacked. So your left hand comes over the ear. If your shoulder doesn't rotate this way, take the shoulder and open it up. So we're going to rotate around the body forward and then open up. So I want you to try to look up to the ceiling. Try not to collapse the right shoulder and neck, the right side of the neck together. Want to keep the neck extended. Good. So you should feel the stretch on the left side of your body right now. Do that hip and the side of the waist. All right, let's inhale, come up, and exhale as we step to the front of the mat. Stepping back with the right foot, bending into the left. So all things apply still. We're going to open up, take that left hand on top of that left knee. Okay, keeping the distance between the neck and the shoulder. And then my right hand, I can either come above, over the head, or I can take it around the front of my body and open up. But I want to look up to the ceiling. Good. Fingertips points diagonally in front of you. As you breathe here. Good. Let's go ahead and inhale, lift up, and then exhale, step to the front of your mat. We're going to do a little twist right here. So step back with your left foot. We're going to keep both legs straight. So that left foot, those toes should be pointing towards the front of your mat. So remember, we can come a little bit wider, like hip distance if you want. You can come more narrow, that's up to you. But I'm going to raise my left hand up, reach over to the right side of my body, take that hand to the outside of that right foot, and I'm going to slide it down as much as I'm comfortable, okay? I'm going to open up my shoulders, and I can lift my right hand up to the ceiling. Okay, I can look up, I can look down, whatever is comfortable with my neck and my body, but this is a challenging pose for your balance. Yeah? Not as much, flexibility and all that too, but a lot of balance going on here. Good, hold it. Let's take one more breath. Good, let's inhale, come up, and exhale, step to the front of your mat. Go ahead and take your right foot back. Remember, toes are all pointing forward. Maybe you're about hip distance apart. Maybe you're more narrow. Whatever you want to do here, okay? But my hips need to come forward. They need to point towards the front of my mat. I'm going to lift my right hand up and then reach it over to the left side. Take it to the outside of that left foot and then open up that right arm. So remember, you can just keep that left hand. That left hand can stay on the hip or you can raise it up. Okay, it's up to you. Breathing there. Let's take a couple breaths. One more. Good. Inhale, come up. And exhale, step to the front of your mat. Very good. All right, let's come into your tree pose. So right foot is the first one to place into the mat. So find a nice spot in your mat that you like, where you feel nice and balanced. Try to feel all four corners of that right foot. We're going to take the left foot out to the side. So remember, this left knee needs to point to the left. So let's not try to move it like in an angle. We want it pointing to the left. So if your toes need to touch the ground in order to make that happen, then do so. You can place that foot into the calf, or you can place it above the knee. Okay? Belly to back, chest forward, your mula bandha, which is your Kegel muscle area. Tighten that up. That'll help keep you lifted. Look at something in front of you that's not moving. If you want, you can bring your hands to heart center. You can bring your hands above your head, whichever one that maybe challenges you more. Breathe there. For 3, 2, and inhale, lift those hands all the way up, and exhale, release everything. All right, taking that left foot now and place it into the mat. Find all four corners of that foot. You want a nice, try to even that balance there on that foot. Taking the right foot now, I'm going to open up that knee. Okay, so the hips open, belly to back. Take that foot wherever you want it to go. Okay, we're going to keep all of that body engaged, nice and lifted, everything nice and engaged as we bring those hands to heart center. Or like I said before, you can take them straight up, whichever one challenges you more, and breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale those hands up. And exhale, go ahead and release everything. Awesome. Okay, back to the top of your mat. We're going to take a vinyasa to the ground. Inhale those hands up. Exhale, fold all the way down. You can bend the knees still if you want. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, take those hands down to the mat, step your feet back. Now remember, you can take yourself down to your knees. Exhale down, chest follows first, and then belly. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck the toes. You can come to your knees and push up into that downward facing dog. We're going to come to the top of our mat right now. So look at those hands. Step your feet forward. And we're lifting halfway, flattening that back and reaching the crown of the head up. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands come to the side. We're going to do that one more time and stay down on the mat. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, fold. I'm taking a very modified vinyasa. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step those feet back. I'm dropping to my knees and lowering down. Remember, my chest is coming down first. And then my belly releases. Inhale, lift. Push into the toes. The top of the toes. Exhale, I'm pushing back into my knees, tucking my toes, and lifting my hips. Okay? Super modified way of a downward facing, or in a full vinyasa, okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and look at my hands. I'm going to take my feet, cross those legs, and go ahead and have a seat here. Let's take a forward fold. So flex those feet. It's going to engage those thighs here. We're going to inhale the hands all the way up and exhale to fold forward. So remember, you can grab your peace fingers around the big toes. You can grab the side of the feet. You can grab your ankles or your calves or whatever you have available. I want you to inhale, lift the chest, and head up one more time as you have a hold on whatever you're going to grab onto. And then exhale from those hips. I want you to fold a little bit deeper. Keep that chest forward as you breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. We're going to inhale, lift up. Okay, taking those hands, placing them right beside the hips. I want you to push into the ground. As you do that, we're going to roll those shoulders back. So chest is forward. Go ahead and flex the feet. Okay, your belly is to your back. Your mula bandha is engaged. Okay, and then we're just going to drop that chin to our chest right here. We're going to breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and go ahead and lift that head up. Good. Taking that left foot, and we're going to place it high into that right thigh. And I'm going to square my body over to the right. Inhale the hands up, and exhale as I fold forward. So I'm going to grab whatever I can. It could be the calf, the ankle, the foot. We're going to inhale, lift the chest up. Good, and then exhale, fold a little bit deeper. So we're trying to fold from the hips, okay? So breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Good, inhale, come up. Go ahead and switch sides. So left foot is straight, right foot is bent into the thigh, as high as you can. Keep that left foot flexed. Inhale the hands up, and then exhale, fold. So grab whatever you can. We're going to inhale one more time, bring the chest forward, and then exhale, fold just a little bit deeper. Good, let's inhale, come up. All right, take those feet together. So remember, thumbs are going to go into the center. So wrap the hands around the foot, put the thumbs in the center. Bring your body as close as you're comfortable. Remember, tuck the belly to the back, the chest is forward. We're going to open up the feet like a book now. That's going to send our knees a little bit closer to the ground. Okay, we all can look different here. This is another great spot to roll up that towel and place it under your hips. Sit on top of a block. Those are some options for this spot, okay? Keeping our spine nice and tall. We're going to inhale here, and then exhale from the hip area. Okay, from the hip area, we're going to lean forward. So chest is going to stay forward. So try not to round that back. When you round that back, in fact, go ahead and round the back. Feel that you don't feel any stress on the inner thigh when you're just allowing their back to round. So when I push my chest forward and roll my shoulders back, then it's a total different experience, correct? So we're going to breathe here. You can take the elbows into the thighs if you want to, but you don't have to. Sometimes just bringing your chest forward is going to open up those hips and that inner thigh a little bit more anyways. All right, let's inhale, come up. Cool. Let's go into our bridge pose. So lay down, all the way down on the mat. We're going to take those feet about hip distance apart. Okay, toes are going to point towards the back of your mat. All right, so we're going to nice flatten those feet. Inhale, lift up the hips, and then walk those shoulders under if you can. I'm going to clasp my hands together underneath. So remember, on the knees, don't allow the knees to open up. We want to keep the legs nice and strong. Don't allow the knees to collapse. If you have a block, maybe you put the block in between your knees, and that is like the perfect distance to where your legs should be. And so it engages the whole leg when you do that. All right, let's take one more breath, and then exhale down. Okay, nice deep breath here. And exhale. I'm going to put the block in between my legs so you can see. I'm going to squeeze that block and inhale, lift the hips up. Walking the shoulders underneath, keeping the feet flat, pushing through the heels as I lift the hips up higher. Good, breathing here. Good, shoulders come out and then exhale down. So you feel that difference if you had a block in between your knees? Okay, that's where we want. Eventually you can take that block away because the legs will be trained, right, to do what it needs to. We're going to take one more lift right here. Inhale, lift up. So you can take those hands under the hips too to lift the hips a little bit higher, keeping those elbows down on the mat. Keep that chin pointing to the ceiling as you breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Good, go ahead and exhale those shoulders out, hips come down. If you have the block, take it away. We're going to take the knees into the chest. Go ahead and rock yourself from side to side right here. Why don't we go ahead and release that left leg. I'm going to keep my right knee in my chest right here. And I'm just going to take this right knee over to the left side. Keeping my right shoulder down on the mat, I'm just going to breathe here for 5 nice long breaths. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and inhale the knees into the chest. And then release that right leg, the right knee. Inhale the left knee. And then open it up. Then take it across the body to the right. Keeping that left shoulder down, looking over the left shoulder and breathing here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring that knee into the chest. Go ahead and take both knees now into the chest and rock yourself around from side to side. And rock yourself all the way up to a seat at the top of your mat. Okay, we're going to bring the knees into our chest. Keep the chest forward. Engage the lower belly and the mula bandha. So we want to keep everything nice and tight right here. Okay, you can release the hands and you can just stay right here. Okay, if you want more, then you can release those legs. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring those knees in, push those hands away from you. So like a little crunch right here. I'm going to take my hands right behind my back today. I'm going to extend those legs straight out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring those knees in. Push the hands away from you. So either way, whatever you want to do here, breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, drop into that low boat and hold right there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then exhale all the way down. Whew. All right, bring those hands above the head. We're going to inhale as we tighten everything up. And exhale to release. One more time. Inhale, tighten every bit of your body up. And exhale, release. Good. Taking those hands off to the side. Maybe you're opening up those feet a little bit wider, allowing the feet to drop, allowing the hips to relax, the shoulders. Remember to release any active muscles in the eyes or in the forehead. Relax those muscles and release the muscle of the tongue. Just let it hang. Get it off the top of the roof of your mouth. Coming into your natural breath as you breathe here, naturally, try to just rest the mind and the body, releasing any tension that you have found along the way. We're just going to take a couple minutes right here. I will watch the time for you. As you slowly begin to bring yourself back to this moment, begin by wiggling your fingers and toes, moving your head from side to side, bringing your knees into your chest and rocking yourself. Dropping your knees to one side as you use your hands as a pillow to rest there for a moment. Taking one final breath before coming up to the top of your mat. All right, everyone, let's take a couple breaths together. Inhale those hands up and exhale. Inhale, lift the hands all the way up. And bringing those hands to your forehead for positive thoughts, to your lips for kind words, and to your heart for a thankful heart. Thank you everyone for joining me today. I appreciate the views and just knowing that there are people out there that are with me. Have a wonderful day. It's going to be a beautiful day. Get out there. Tell me what you do today, okay? Namaste. Bye, y'all. Have a gorgeous day. We'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m.